Justice Anyim Olisametu's meeting with Tinubu was to discuss how to free Ekweremadu and Nnamdi Kanu. Presidency sources revealed to Sahara reporters that Anyim and Metu had a discussion with the president about how Ike Ekweremadu, former Deputy Senate President who was convicted in the UK for an organ harvesting plot, and Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, would be freed. The duo, who were very critical of the ruling APC in the build-up to the 2015 elections, arrived at the presidential villa before the 2 p.m. scheduled for the meeting. Anyim, who is a former SGF, worked for APC in Ebonyi State during the last general elections. Metu in October announced his resignation from the PDP in October 2022 and partisan politics. In a letter dated October 25th, 2022, and addressed the National Party's chairman, Metu stated that his decision to leave the party was taken in the course of his recent medical trip abroad. It was the first known visit of Metu to the seat of power since former President Goodluck Jonathan lost his re-election bid in 2015. The sources noted that the duo understand Ekweremadu's case is complex because he's in jail in the United Kingdom, but wants the president to commit to the cause nonetheless, believing he can help secure freedom for the former lawmaker as Nigeria's leader. Ekweremadu, 60, was in the first week of May jailed in the UK for 9 years and 8 months for an organ trafficking plot. His wife was also jailed for 4 years and 6 months due to her more limited involvement in the plot, as the court described Ekweremadu as the driving force throughout the process. A medical doctor, Obinna Obeta, 56, also bagged 10 years after the judge found that he had targeted a potential donor who was young, poor, and vulnerable. The prosecutor, Hugh Davis, he has said the defendants were guilty of trafficking with the highest level of culpability. In April, former President Olusegun Obasanjo pleaded with the Central Criminal Court, Old Bailey in London, to be magnanimous enough to temper justice with mercy ahead of the sentencing of Ekweremadu and Beatrice. Obasanjo, in a letter dated April 3rd, addressed to the chief clerk of the court, pleaded for clemency for Ekweremadu and Beatrice in the organ trafficking case. Meanwhile, Kanu has been in the custody of the DSS in Abuja since June 2021, despite court orders which granted his release and pleas from stakeholders to then President Muhammadu Buhari and incumbent president to release him. How can presidents plead with a body that is less in power to them? That's a bit strange. Let's be honest, okay? People asking, stakeholders and Nigerian prominent leaders asking the court in the UK to temper justice with mercy is so embarrassing, because if it was a civilian, they probably would have gotten more years than that. 10 years? Really? So they should be very thankful that it wasn't like 15 or 20. Because, again, if the court said that the crime deserved the highest culpability, 10 years is mate. So it's like, I don't understand. Someone has been accused of organ trafficking, being convicted. The doctor himself has been convicted. And they're in prison or in jail at the moment. And you want to beg the courts. That's embarrassing, because if the same thing happened in your country, it shows that you would let these individuals go scot-free. So I think it's very shameful. So on Ekweremadu's case, it's a bit of a more complex one, but asking for, less years and trying to go around the case is a bit strange on the end. But for Nnamdi Kanu, that one is where the main discussion needs to be, because I said he's been detained since June, and June last year. And so you have individuals, prominent people, begging and pleading with the DSS. So I think we need to know the hierarchy of power and influence in this government system, because the DSS looks to be doing what they want regardless. So it's very, very strange. So if that is basically what is going on, these meetings, so what should Nigerians do about this? They're just going to discuss what? I think there's really nothing that they could give. Presidency sources from where and where will just tell you teasers. Oh, these people were here. It's like petty gossip. Until there's actual, for example, they've come out and this exact thing was said. These moves are going to be made from the decisions made in the meeting. Then we can talk about it. But it's giving like maids in the palace. Somebody just saw someone just saw Odesami too, walking and saw, oh my days, they're gonna have a conversation. What if it's about this and this? It's like, come on. It's a bit embarrassing. So yes, I personally would say until there's actual concrete decisions from Tinubu himself and a line of action for what they're going to do, then this is all just teasers. Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.